Hey everyone, welcome to week 5 of middle school study skills. As usual, I wanted to post our week in a nutshell to give you some clarification on assignments for this week. So this video is for both our virtual and in-person classes. A few things differ, especially some of our extra things like Zoom links and that kind of thing for our Monday students that tune in on Monday for our virtual portion of our class. So obviously, Monday's learning pertains to our virtual learners. Remember to check in for our Zoom at 9:30 to 10. Here's our link. It's the same link every week. Meeting ID and passcode are there. Also, these things can be done anytime throughout the week, but for our virtual learners especially, Monday might be a good time to check out the PowerPoint. It's kind of got the class information that we're going to talk about in class in our in-person class on Tuesday, as well as this video that can give you a little rundown of what we're doing this week in class, including some of the content. For Monday, for our virtual learners, as I said, it can be done anytime during the week. If you don't use Mondays for this class, that's totally fine, not required. But in class on Tuesday, we'll be reading Chapter 3 in your study skills book. We've already learned a little bit about the brain, but for our virtual learners, you will have to take a look at pages 22 through 26 in your study skills book and highlight important information and take notes on that page 27. You're going to upload that page 27 to our Google Classroom page. You'll have an assignment post for this assignment. In-class learners will be doing this in class, so this doesn't pertain to you, but good way to spread your things out a little further for you virtual learners is just to kind of get some of that done right after we do our Zoom on Mondays, if you have time available. For both students, remember, always check out any information, posted videos, that type of thing. They're help with clarification and to kind of get you started on the right foot. All right, for Tuesday, I want everyone to review any information that we've done in class. So it says yesterday's learning for those Zoom students, but for our in-person students, what I want you to do is think about the learning from class on Tuesday. So the learning that we did in class, and you're going to complete the letter to parents on page 30, and you're going to share it at home and have your parents sign. I want you to upload that to Google Classroom on Tuesday. You're going to review kind of what we did in class, and then you're going to have your parents or some adult sign it, and then I want you to upload that to Google Classroom knowing that you shared what you learned with someone at home. I would like to see the signature on the picture. That's part of the assignment, so please make sure that it's signed before you upload your picture. All right, for Wednesday, there's an Edpuzzle video, and I know we've had a lot of trouble with Edpuzzle this year. I will be also posting an assignment post with this same link in it. What we found in the past is that it's easier to get into Edpuzzle if you click on that direct link on Google Classroom and then sign in with your Google login. There will also be some discussion questions posted to Google Classroom, and you're going to answer those, but then you'll also be required to comment on a few other discussion answers from other classmates talking about some of the things that we're learning about this week. For Thursday, you're going to be in your middle school students guide to study skills class book, and you need to read pages 32 to 35 and highlight any important information. So I really want you to focus on the difference between fixed and growth mindset. So think about those things. Fixed and growth mindset. You're also going to watch a short video posted here so you can more fully understand the difference between fixed and growth mindset. Our ultimate goal is to get us all to that growth mindset idea where even when things get hard, we just keep going and we keep trying. You're going to be completing page 36 in your study skills book, which is a super simple page. You're really just circling an A or B answer after you read each scenario. And then you're going to be uploading that to Google Classroom. So every once in a while when I'm writing our assignment posts, I forget to say upload to Google Classroom, but if it's a page that you're having to complete, 99% of the time you need to show me that you have it completed and upload it, so I know that you have it done, because I'm not actually physically collecting your books. I'm keeping them for you, so that you're the only one touching them. So just remember to upload that picture to Google Classroom. And for Friday, what I want you to do is I want you to take just 5 or 10 minutes and keep learning about that growth mindset concept. So maybe you're going to look up videos on professional or famous people that have shown that that type of mindset. You're going to complete page 37 in your study skills book. And basically what page 37 is it's a assessment. You're going to apply some of the things that you've learned about growth and fixed mindset, and it's assessment of your own thinking about your learning. So it's kind of trying to get you to the point of you thinking about, do I have a growth or do I have a fixed mindset, and can I change my mindset? You'll tally up your scores. You'll kind of add up your scores, and then you're going to look at page 38 and see a little bit more about what that tells you. See a little bit more about that, what that tells you. And then the last thing you're going to do after this chapter at home about growth and fixed mindset is you are going to finish the letter to parent on page 39, which you did one at the beginning of the week from our last chapter. You'll notice that a lot of times our chapters carry over a little bit from chapter to chapter because they're all intertwined. You're going to complete this letter to parents by filling in the blanks. And then you are going to have them sign it like you did our last letter and upload a picture to Google Classroom. This shows me that not only are you understanding what you're learning, but you're also sharing your learning with somebody at home. Because ultimately, as we've been talking about what learning is, we know that the ultimate stage of learning is to get it to that point of demonstrating knowledge. And one way to demonstrate knowledge is to teach somebody what you learned. So that's what I want you to look at. Next week, we are going to actually take some time in class to kind of review what we've learned in the first 4 chapters of this book. And for you virtual students, we'll do the same thing at home. We'll review our learning. But next week, just to kind of be thinking ahead, we're going to do a quick assessment over our first 4 chapters. And it will be open book and open note, but just to kind of plant that seed that early next week, we'll be doing a quiz over our first 4 chapters of information in our study skills book. So just a few friendly reminders. If you're unsure, if you have a question, the first place you should always look is either our weekly playlist, Google Classroom, or listen to our Week in a Nutshell video. If you still can't get an answer or you still have questions, feel free to email me. If you email me on the weekend, you might not hear back, but if you email me before 4 or 5 on Friday, I'm happy to help. All assignments are due Sunday by 11:59. And if you've taken a look at all, I typically grade most of our work before we even meet on Monday. Not always, but most of the time. So I am looking to make sure that those assignments are turned in by Sunday at 11:59. So that's just one accountability piece of becoming an older student, is to get those assignments turned in on time. So I emailed some parents, the parents of our virtual learners, but this is a note for all families. Typically this next week or around this time of year, we've had our conferences, but because of everything going on, we're not having them this year. But I will be sending home progress reports. So I recommend to all students to check their classwork and see what they're missing. That's a responsibility that you should take on yourself. I am pretty up to date on assignments, except for assignments that are due on Sunday of this week. So if you're missing assignments, or if I've asked you to resubmit something, please make sure that that's done by Sunday at 11:59, because I'm going to take a look at those classwork posts, and then I'm going to email parents, assignments that are missing, suggestions that I have, and that kind of thing. So, all right, have a great week.